Okay, so here you can see I have my manga section. And down here too, and it kind of leaks into this other section right here because I have so much manga. But starting right here, I'm gonna pull this book out because this is by an artist that I really, really, really love. So I bought her art book and I also bought her manga. So this is called Sacred by Elizabeth R. Jimenez, and she's one of my favorite artists, and I really look up to her for inspiration. So I bought this along with her art book. So I put that at the very front because I really love her work, and I hope that one day I can create something just as beautiful as this. So, moving on, if I can ever push it back, moving on, I have A Sign of Affection, which is a pretty popular anime right now. I have Boku no Hero Academia in Japanese. I have Goodbye Eri by Tatsuki Fujimoto. Then I have Dr. Stone, which is pretty good. I really love the art style for Dr. Stone. Then I have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This is Golden Wind 1 and 2. Komi Can't Communicate 1 and 2. Then I have Monster, which I still haven't finished reading, but I've heard is very, very interesting. I have this manga, which I'm not entirely sure what it's called. Then I have this manga also in Japanese. I went to a Japanese convention and decided to buy some manga. Over here I have Venus in the Blind Spot, which is a pretty popular horror manga, which I personally really enjoy. I'm not personally scared by anything horror, but I really like it what I'm reading so far. I have Vinland Saga 1, 2, and 3. Then I have Welcome to the Ballroom 1, 2, and 3. I also have Yona of the Dawn, which is a very, very, very good series so far. It's so cute, I feel like. And I want to see more where it goes. That's why I refuse to watch the anime until I buy more. So, moving on. Down here, I have Yotsuba 2 and 3 in Japanese. And then over here, I don't know if you could see that, I have Fruits Baskets, volumes 1 and 2. This is the omnibus edition. And then I have Manga in Theory and Practice by the author of JoJo. And then I have Paradise Kiss, the monster volume. So, I just want to go ahead and show you a few of them. So I'm going to show you some of the manga that I have. Yes? Bye. See you later. So here I have JoJo. I'm going to show you Vinland Saga. And I will show you Paradise Kiss. This book is huge. Now, a lot of these manga I haven't had time to read, so I'm hoping that I can go through and read them. I've already read A Sign of Affection. Sacred, I've already read. I haven't really read Boku no Hero Academia, but I have watched all seasons so far, and I'm on season 7 right now, which is premiering. I've watched JoJo all the way up until Golden Wind. I haven't watched Stone Ocean, but I haven't really read these yet. I got these for art inspiration. I've read Komi Can't Communicate. I believe I read the first one. Monster, I didn't finish yet. I need to finish Vinland Saga. I read a few stories out of Venus in the Blind Spot. Welcome to the Ballroom, I think I read some of 1 volume. Yona of the Dawn, I think I might have read like 1 and 2 or something. I can't read in Japanese fully, so there's only so much I can do for some of these books. Now, moving on. Next, I want to show you the fantasy section, which is one of my favorite sections. So I went out and went shopping for this section just a little bit so I would have more fantasy books, because some of my books are at home and I don't really have them right now, so I only have a few. So here we go. I have Assistant to the Villain, which I got at Walmart, and it seemed pretty interesting. I got The City of Dreaming books, Dracula, of course. Now, Dracula should be in this section down here, but I put it up here since it's technically still fantasy. It's about a vampire. So then I have Six of Crows, which is a very popular YA book, and I felt like, you know what, I may as well just buy it and read it. Then I have Juniper and Thorn, which I got at Barnes & Nobles. I have the Twilight collection, however, for the life of me, I cannot find Twilight. I went to Goodwill. It's normally always at Goodwill. The first book is always at Goodwill. Couldn't find it. And then I tried to go to Barnes & Nobles, and I was like, you know what? I know I can get this at Goodwill. Couldn't find it. And then I went to Books A Million. Couldn't find Twilight either. All they have is like the white collector's edition or whatever. And I couldn't find what I was looking for. So for now, I have 3 books out of the 4-book series. I know there's more than that, but at least for the standalone part, I'm missing one. The most critical one, the first one. So yeah, you can tell I'm very upset about that. So that pretty much completes the fantasy section for right now. Down here, I have some classic books. So down here are the classic books. I have The Art of War, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I have a Shakespeare book with various Shakespeare tales. Pachinko. So those are some of the classic books that I have. I really don't have that many. Hopefully I can get more in the future. Now, moving on. Over here is the romance section. Can I hold your applause? Hold your applause. I have the romance section right here. Now, there are a few books in here that don't belong in here, such as this, which is about musicals, and this, which is about changing your habits to good ones, or just changing them in general. But I do want to show you some of the books on the romance side, so I'm going to tear it up a little bit. So, starting off, I have Dungeons and Drama, because I recently started playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I saw this at the bookstore, and I was like, I must pick it up. Then I got the Dead Romantics. I got this book called Eliza and Her Monsters at the little library. You know, like those little libraries that you see outside. I got it from there. I got this at Dollar Tree. It's called Geekerella. I just want to tell you how I was deceived by this book. Look how cute it looks. And I know I've seen this rant on TikTok from a random dude. This book looks so family friendly. It looks so cute. There's no content warning. I'm used to manga where there's content warnings if you know you don't want to see something. You already know because it's wrapped in plastic. This looks cute. And let me tell you, when I opened this book, I saw some things I was not expecting. I really feel like it should have had a content warning. I thought this was about hockey. I thought this was about hockey and ice skating. But from what I saw, like, I didn't read it fully. This belongs on Wattpad. Some of this. I was not expecting this. I thought this was going to be a wholesome romance, and I was hit by the book. The author smacked me across the face. So yeah, I'm going to put it back now. Then I got these 3 books. My friend gave me this book called Savannah Breeze. Then I have The Unhoneymooners because I really want to try a enemies type, like, you know, enemies to lovers type thing. I really want to read this. I'm excited about this. And then I got On Rotation, which I normally don't read like African American novels, but I thought it would be pretty interesting to do that, you know, being African American and all. I figured it'd be pretty interesting. And it seems pretty cool. It seems interesting and like something I can relate to. Now, we are going to move to the thriller and horror section. / poetry. I know. Which is right here. Right here. Right here. Alrighty. First, I have this study guide for classic Christianity. I also bought The Case for Christ because I saw the movie and I was like, you know what, this could be good to have so I can read it. I have this memoir on Christina Grimmie's life because I really love her as an artist. And here I have this poetry book by Cozy Kitsune, who used to go by Simply Kenna. And she finally released a poetry book, so I'm looking forward to reading this. And also, another note, I really look up to her faith in God, so I really wanted to read this book, and along with that, I got these books too. Alright, next. I have a Stephen King book, which I got recently, called Billy Summers. I got this before I heard of the controversy. I heard the whispers of the rumors of controversy about this author. Now, I don't know what she did. I don't know what is in this book. I don't know what are in her books in general that people were so fired up about. But I guess we're going to find out together because at some point I will be reading this book. Then I got 1984. People think life imitates art, so I wanted to read it. Down here I have this, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which is a recommendation by my friend. I thought it'd be pretty interesting in a psychological type of way. So yeah, I put it in the thriller section. It's not a thriller, but I thought it'd be cool. Then I have The Wind's 12 Quarters, which, if you know who BTS is, I got this book because of BTS, because I heard of the story of the ones who walk away from Omelas. Like, if you know anything about BTS, you know that there's a lot of lore and theories behind their music videos and stuff like that. So I bought this book to read The Ones Who Walk Away from Omelas. Then I got this book in high school when I read The Crucible. This was very interesting, that's for sure. I remember reading it in class. It was crazy. And then I have this mythology book that I have borrowed and have still not returned to my friend. But I love Greek mythology. That is one thing we will explore on this channel. We're going to read Percy Jackson. We're going to do so much. But yes, this. So alrighty, it is getting pretty dark outside, so I think I'm gonna wrap this video up here, but that is pretty much my bookshelf. I really don't have that many books right now. I'm planning on getting another bookshelf and stacking it right on top of here, and then just moving all of this up one, because I really want to get some more books. Oh, I do have more books I can show you. They're just not on my bookshelf, so here's another book that I have. This one has not made it on the bookshelf yet just because there's no space. I have Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. I've been watching the series. Phenomenal. Phenomenal, and I watched the movie too. So I got the mass market paperback edition because it was $10 and I was like, save my wallet. So I got this, and I also went to my local comic book store and got some comic books, which I'm going to show you